Hello everyone and welcome to your second royal reading today here at MadWorldTarot. A Sunday afternoon as I am doing this and looking at family relationships, broken relationships in this case. And this is Meghan's relationship with the Princess of Wales. I did a bit of a scary reading on that yesterday, but now there's an article that's floating around. It's from a very dubious source, Globe magazine, and it's about Meghan's secret calls to Kate, as she is termed in this article. And it tells us, and I'm quoting, that miserable Meghan is backpedaling big time after 7 years of bitchy attacks on the British royal family. Someone really enjoyed writing that sentence. And now Prince Harry's worried wife is making secret phone calls to her sister-in-law in a desperate bid to salvage her battered reputation and her spiraling hubby's mental health. And this is apparently according to courtiers. I personally don't think that courtiers have contacted the Globe and told them that the desperate Duchess is trying to contact the Princess of Wales, but we're going to have a look at this. It's apparently that Meghan now regrets being so nasty because she can see how popular the Princess of Wales is since her illness, and she's basically only the Princess of Wales can save Meghan's failing brand now. She's her last hope. And also help the has-been who is wretched and regrets falling out with his brother, and only the Princess of Wales can sort this out. Basically what this article is on about. So, Tarot of Curious Creatures on the tarot table. We're going to have a quick look at this, only because I want to know why this article has appeared. I want to know if Meghan really is trying to contact the Princess of Wales, reach out to her. She really believes that Catherine could do something to help what is a pretty desperate situation right now. It looks to me like it's a desperate situation that Harry and Meghan have got themselves into. Most importantly, I want to know who's behind this article. So why this article now? Who's behind it? I don't think it's Meghan. We're going to see. It doesn't sound like Meghan's usual guff. One more shuffle. Are there any chance of this strategy working on the Princess of Wales? And she think, oh yeah, well, I'll just forgive Meghan for everything and Harry and welcome them back into the royal family. So chances of that. Little 5-card reading. Have to remind you, it's tarot for fun and entertainment. It's all my opinion. It's all speculation. We just look at energy here. We look at rumors. We test them by looking at energy around them. And of course, disclaimer in the box below. So what do we have? Ah, yeah. Oh, so sad. 10 of Cups. The broken family card. 10 of Cups upright. The happy family. The happy ever after card. Emotional safety and security and fulfillment and everything wonderful happening with your family. It's in reverse. It couldn't be worse within the family. And I think that goes for Harry and Meghan between themselves, and also Harry and Meghan and the rest of the royals. That this is a situation that is terminal. 10 of Cups in reverse. 10s are endings, and that is a very bad ending. That is our underlying energy of this reading. So, situation we're dealing with, what's going on. And we got the 9 of Pentacles, and it's in reverse. 9 of Pentacles is the independent card. It's the happy single woman traditionally. Wealthy, self-made, doesn't need anyone, living the good life, enjoying herself. It's in reverse. We have a woman, female energy usually in this card. We have a woman who is miserable, who hasn't made it, whose brand is failing, who hasn't got enough money, who doesn't feel she has achieved enough in her life. She's looking around. It did mention that she's watching on enviously as Catherine moves ahead with her life and is more and more popular and is doing better and better. Oh, jealousy sitting on the sidelines watching. This was what the article was telling us. And there it is. 9 of Pentacles in reverse. The failed rebrand of the rebrand of the rebrand. The running out of money. I'm speculating that there's a bit of a financial crisis over in Montecito. Hasn't accomplished anything and can't bear it. Desperate for someone to cling on to. Interesting that energy is coming through that card to me, that she's desperate for someone to cling on to and rescue her. I think she's always been rescued in her life, usually by a man. This time maybe she's trying to be rescued by a woman. So what's the point of this article? Why do we hear that miserable Meghan is backpedaling big time after 7 years of bitchy attacks on the British royal family? What's the goal here? 6 of Pentacles, wanting a share in an equal share in the pie. Divide that pie up equally. It's a charity card, really, looking for a benefactor, looking for someone to bail out, to help. Lady Bountiful to come along and say, don't worry, darling, we'll divide the Duchy of Cornwall between you and the has-been. And you will get what is rightfully yours. So we have a financial crisis over here. We have a woman who's desperate financially, hasn't made it on her own. Megxit was a big disaster, and hoping for some benevolence. Normally it's kind of a scattering of crumbs. It's classically the breadcrumbing card. If you're doing a relationship reading and you get that, well, somebody's just messing with you, basically. They'll toss you some crumbs, but they're not going to give you anything more than that. This is a begging bowl that's going out. It really is, and I didn't think it was. It almost sounds like a spoof article. She clearly hasn't written it because I don't think she understands alliteration like whoever's written this gets it, and has had tremendous fun writing this. Somebody has had a lot of joy writing this little piece for the Globe magazine, and but there's begging bowl energy in there. Help, give us something. So is Meghan really trying to get hold of the Princess of Wales, or trying to sort of force the issue with her at some level? Looks to me like she is. 9 of Wands. 2 things in that 9 of Wands. First of all, the Princess of Wales is absolutely protected. She has got layers and layers and layers of protection around her. I would think starting with actual energy work, energy protection, like she's put her own energy bubble around herself to heal herself and protect herself from the very toxic energy attacks, in my opinion, that are coming from Montecito. Just those dark thoughts would be bad enough. Just saying, for legal reasons, I'm going to say allegedly, but also physically protected, phone calls screened, letters screened, gifts, flowers, children safeguarded. No one can get near anyone. There are rings of steel around the Princess of Wales. That's the first thing that's coming to me, that it's very difficult to get a message through, so you have to stick a message in the Globe magazine. And then people like me have to talk about it. Oh dear. I feel kind of culpable now. It's also Meghan's energy, because the 9 of Wands is last stand. Battered and bruised. I know I always say that. But it is what the 9 of Wands represents. Someone who's wounded. Someone who's almost terminally injured. And it would be with their reputation, with PR, with bad news stories, on and on and on. And just about ready to fall over. We have 2 9s in this reading. Very interestingly, 9s are penultimate energy. You've reached the sort of crisis point in the story, and now you're going to deal with the consequences and the ending when you get to the 10. And we are at the 10 here as our underlying energy. So we're really pushing the limits here, and we're ready to tip over into absolute catastrophe. Our 9 of Pentacles lady and our 9 of Wands lady. Big trouble. She's in big trouble. So who is the source? I'm tending to Meghan Markle as the source, and I wasn't thinking that when I first heard about this silly article. It is very silly. But what do the cards have to say? Oh, wow. It really is her. As far as I can tell, energy, speculating, my opinion. Three of Swords, the most painful card in the tarot. Woe. You can see this cry, this cri de coeur, that is in this card. The broken heart, the tragedy, the betrayal. I think she's really escalating. I think she's heading for some kind of collapse. It's here with this Nine of Wands. What a mess she has made. And this article says not only from her point of view, from her failed brand, which is a disaster. Apparently there isn't even any stuff to put on the shelves in those pop-up stores that Netflix is providing starting in March. There is no merchandise, there's no product, there's nothing. It's not going to be ready for months. And we saw from that, it wasn't a vision board or a mood board, it was a memory board that Meghan posted on Instagram. The jam is now a spread. It's not even jam, it's not even good enough to be called a jam. It's got to be called a spread. Yuck, in my opinion. So Three of Swords, her own failure is in that energy, but Harry's failure as well. Harry, who's lost his family, Ten of Cups in reverse, who has tried various times, as this article tells us, he's tried various times to see his father. But there's a lot of gatekeeping. That's a gatekeeping card. There's so much gatekeeping. Camilla won't let him near. Nobody will let him near. Prince William won't let him near. Harry's lost his father, his brother, his friends, his life in the UK, his meaning, his purpose, his home, possibly all of his money. Just saying. Okay, Three of Swords, terrible card. Chances of this generous-hearted Six of Pentacles, benefactor, forgiving, saying, all right, I'll talk to you, at least I'll take a call from you. I'm not saying kiss and make up, I'm just saying actually have a conversation. Chances of that. I've got the Knight of Wands. She talked to Harry. She won't talk to Meghan. That's a very Harry card, even though that red dress is there. In the picture, that red dress is riding that horse. It's Harry energy. Traditionally, it's a male energy. It's the red-haired knight. A knight is a prince. It's Harry who has left and gone away. The Knight of Wands is a great traveller. It travels overseas. It moves home. It wanders the face of the earth looking for adventure, for thrills, for ladies in red dresses, just saying. And she would talk to him. But the energy in that card is very interesting because behind the scenes is this creature in this red dress. We have seen her in that red dress twice. Both equally unfortunate sightings, in my opinion. But that's interesting that there would be contact there, but that energy would be hovering on the sidelines, would be trying to encourage it, trying to influence it, trying to manipulate it. Let's look at an outcome for that, or a clarification for that. What would be the outcome of any such contact, which looks like there might be an opening for at some stage? Hopefully not a terrible mistake. Outcome, if you want to tell us. I've got too many cards. Too many cards. Eight of Pentacles in reverse, not going to work. He's never coming back as a working royal, that's for sure. Eight of Pentacles. That's done. So it's not going to work. You're not going to get money out of it. It's a big money card. Don't expect it's going to result in a big payday for you or a bailout or a job for you. And then we have the Secrets card, the High Priestess, and it's in reverse. Secrets would have to come out. There would have to be things told. And of course, it's some of those are women's secrets in that High Priestess card. So I don't think it would go well for Harry, this. But there might be communication. something to watch. That's it for me, from me today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again tomorrow.